Okay guys, so within this video, I want to go in depth just on DLC 2 for Infinite Warfare Zombies. I will be covering a lot of the trailer. I want to go through the trailer release dates, why it's very possible that we're going to be seeing the trailer tomorrow, and then the subsequent release date of the actual map pack because of the trailer. Usually those two are in conjunction with each other with these dates. I'll go through all of that as well, what we will be seeing in the trailer, and I do think there is a bit of a different situation here with DLC 2. I'm going to go through different stuff that we've been seeing. Obviously, I want to go through a lot of the teasers that Lee Ross has been putting on Twitter and giving us just a lot of cool stuff and insight into what this map is actually going to be about. So I will not just only be talking about the trailers, but I'll also talk about what DLC 2 will be and how maybe they could sort of change it to make it a bit more gritty and like less just, you know, color. And it's a weird because I think they realize that not a lot of people like this, you know, fun theme. I feel like with every map, with the first two maps, it's all fun and happy, and even like the Rave in the Redwoods is supposed to be like a scary forest. You had this rave part, and it's just too much going on. And maybe we're going into another map, DLC 2, where they actually like dim it down a bit. Not like, I guess not get rid of colors, but really bring a dark vibe to this. And maybe the teasers are hinting towards a map similar to that. At least there's a possibility. And then another possibility that could be a 70s map, as I've seen before. I don't know, there's so many things here. That's basically what I'm going to go through within this video. I just went on a little tangent there, but that being said, if you can leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated, and let's get started. So I'll start off with the trailer, the release date stuff, and then we'll talk about DLC 2 and what the map could be, whether it's like the 70s disco thing or if it's something else, which I see from the teasers, and it just could be coming very soon. And yeah, that's that. So tomorrow, obviously you see on Twitter a lot of the different YouTubers are saying tomorrow should be a big day, blah blah, because they're sort of expecting this to happen tomorrow. I think with the Glitching Queen, she made a video a couple days ago, and she had it's pretty basic. You look at the different DLC release dates, and you sort of work out, okay, this is spaced, you know, a month and a half apart, 2 months apart. The trailer between the map pack is about 2 weeks. So if you look at that, tomorrow, March 28th, is a Tuesday. 2 weeks from tomorrow is April 11th. And that is sort of the expected release date. I'll put the image up on screen. This is what the Glitching Queen used within her video. She expected it to be April 11th around that time. So again, we're looking at that as a possible release date. That's just based off of the dates we've seen before. Usually this stuff works. We've done this with Black Ops 3 Zombies, and most of the time we've gotten very accurate results. I think sometimes with these companies, the trailers could, you know, just be different dates, different times, and they've been doing it really weird recently. But usually you have the trailer, 2 weeks later the map pack. That's usually how it is. People are expecting it to be tomorrow, and then the, you know, release date will be April 11th on Tuesday. And that leaves, if you think about it, it leaves enough room for potentially even the next week in April, the very week after DLC 2 releases. Activision, they put their gears towards, you know, next Call of Duty, because usually mid-April at the latest, you know, late April, first day of May, they have the first couple of teasers for this new COD. So if you think about it, they get DLC 2 out of the way, and then they immediately start with the next COD. So they need DLC 2 to release early April, or, you know, the first or second week of April, because after that it's way too late. They need to start pushing this new COD. So it's a very interesting time, and it makes it a lot easier for us to really pinpoint when these dates are going to be. So April 11th, I think, is a very solid date to see this map pack release, and then obviously tomorrow's a trailer. The trailer tomorrow could be a normal trailer. I don't know if they're going to do any other small teaser trailers and then a full-on reveal gameplay trailer. There's a bunch of different possibilities. It does depend on if they're changing a lot. Like if they're making this map completely different to what we've seen before, then maybe they want to reveal it in a different manner. You know, maybe they want to do just a strict like cinematic thing where they actually have a lot of storyline to this, because Lee Ross, and, you know, we'll get into this in a second, he's been, you know, putting up all these different quotes of this sort of fictional character guy, and I'll go through the quotes in a second, but it seems as if there's a lot more emphasis on this new Arthur guy, and I think they're going to reveal with that, and they're going to push with that So we could see something slightly different tomorrow. Maybe not the standard gameplay trailer, or maybe not. Maybe we will just see the standard gameplay trailer. You never know. But that's what I'm saying. Do expect maybe the possibility of seeing something different leading with Arthur and really discovering what this character is all about. Now, with this character as well, I'm going to go through the tweets that I have here and then the image that he also tweeted today. Just strictly those. I'm not going to go through any other different Reddit theories. I know there's so many different Reddit theories. I know there's so much information based on the end of DLC 1 Raven the Redwoods as to what this new map is going to be. I'm not really going to go through a lot of that. I want to go through strictly what he has tweeted, some of these quotes here describing this Arthur character, and then also the tweet from today, which just gave me a pretty interesting insight as to what this map could be, or what it should be at least. So going through some of his tweets here, this is really just to kick it off. He's basically confirming that the cinematics are complete, and he's been pretty good at telling us like DLC 2, it's ready, it's coming along. That's another reason to believe that the trailer is coming very soon, because DLC 2 for them, it's almost done. It's basically done. Like usually the cinematics, the last thing they're doing, and they're ready to push it out, and they have to send it over and verify it with Activision, whatever they have to do with the companies, with PS4 and Xbox One, whatever. Oh no, it's just only PS4, but you know what I mean. They're just doing that. They're done. So that's that there. But now you get into the sort of storyline tweets. The first one: I founded this damn company, and I'll take it in whatever direction I see fit. Interesting. Okay, so this is the Arthur guy, this business leader in this company, and maybe he's at odds with someone, and he's just saying, I'm going to take this company where I want to take it. Another tweet here. What are we but micro moments in time? What if we could expand that, make it infinite? I want in on that. I don't know. Now he's getting all like spiritual and shit, like time travel and all this infinite stuff here. He's obviously something very interesting, something we haven't really seen as much before. Obviously, let's go through a bit more tweets, see if this really comes together, makes a bit more sense. As we get older, we realize money isn't the most valuable asset in life. Time is. Here goes again, talking about time. I want more time, lots more. So he wants to do some crazy stuff to get more time. Now, why does he want the time? That's probably the evil thing here. Obviously, this seems like an evil character. It doesn't really seem like a nice guy. We must seize every opportunity. Our future is full of potential, even when things appear to be at their darkest. Now, this reminds me of some like almost like Dr. Monty stuff. I don't know. It just has the same vibe. I guess not necessarily what happened with Dr. Monty, how he sort of somewhat deceived the characters, but I feel like Arthur is going to be this guy, this business leader. I don't know how it's going to work within the map, but he's going to be a prominent voice on the map, and he's basically going to push this idea of we need more time, and he's going to make the characters do something to get more time. Obviously, I don't know the specifics of it, some sort of crazy time travel thing. I have no clue what this storyline is shaping up to be with Infinite Warfare Zombies, but I think the Arthur guy here could be something a bit new, a bit interesting. Maybe he'll clash with World Wire, who knows. But again, the second part of the sentence here as well, even when things appear to be at their darkest, this could be sort of like a clickbait thing here. It's like, oh, just because this seems bad, it seems to be at this darkest moment here, or really evil, but no, it's good, trust me. That's what I get from it. Maybe he's just saying like, oh, even when it's at its darkest, we can still have potential. Maybe it's optimistic. Maybe I'm getting a whole different idea here, but I'm getting like more of this dark, because he's a savvy business leader. He says in the first tweet we covered, I'll take my damn company in whatever direction I want to. And he's this business guy, and he's like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want extra time. And I just have this whole vibe from him. Now seeing this, I don't believe that he's just saying like, oh, we have potential. I just don't see that. So again, how does that relate with the map? You have this crazy, CEO potentially who wants time and really needs time, and even though things may not seem good, he's going to go to the full extent to actually get this time, and probably use the characters to actually get time. Now this is okay, so here's the tweet here that he Lee Ross tweeted 2 hours ago. It's an image of stock prices plummeting. Now the first thing I look at that, or I guess a couple different things. One, his company isn't doing that well, so that could be interesting as well. Corruption at this place, and obviously Arthur, his company is not doing good. There must be something going on where his company is going downhill. Something is occurring. There's obviously corruption, as it says within the newspaper, and they're fighting, and you know, he's at odds, like I said, with someone. I don't know where this is gonna go. The first thing I see with this, as well as maybe some sort of not really like Great Depression thing, but something where the whole situation, the whole vibe of the map is really gonna be like this downhill map where there's not a lot of money left. And if you think about possible locations, there has, you know, I guess Chicago has floated around as one. I think if anything, this map, especially with, you know, this company being corrupt and, you know, losing stock pricing value at that point, and this guy, this business CEO, is probably freaking out. He just wants time, and everything is just really at a crazy moment. This could be one of these deteriorating maps, and I don't think this map is going to be like Zombies in Spaceland, like Rave in the Redwoods. I think there's going to be a lot less of this like crazy vibrant color. I think especially with this image here, it's more of going to be like this gritty sort of just weird depression era. I'm not saying it's going to be set in like the 1930s or anything like the actual Great Depression. That'd be pretty cool, but it's going to have that vibe. I feel like it's going to have that vibe. One, it's just a different vibe that we haven't seen before. I think people are sort of sick of this color and all this crazy stuff. But two, it sort of fits with this sort of, I guess, storyline here we're seeing with Arthur. This guy who's freaking out, he needs time. I'm assuming with this company, maybe he needs time for another reason. He's going to make the characters do whatever they need to do to get time. Or, you know, he's going to at least talk about it all the time, and we're going to maybe try to stop him. Maybe we're trying to get rid of the corruption within the company. Maybe this is all backstory to another deal that's happening, but at least the vibe that I'm getting here from the tweets, from the characters, you know, inherent nature, like Arthur, what he's saying and how he's saying it, and the stock price is going down, this image there in the newspaper, it just doesn't have this vibe of color. I just don't see color in any of this, you know? So I do think this is going to be a different map, and that's why maybe the trailer tomorrow will have a bit more of a gritty vibe to it that we will not expect, I guess, if you want to put it in terms of that. So I don't know. It's pretty interesting. We'll see what happens. This is a bit more of a like theoretical video because it's hard to really pinpoint what this is going to be. Are they going to change it? Are they going to change it and make it a bit different and put the storyline on a bit of a different track than it seemed as if it was going beforehand? Or are they going to keep it the same? These tweets and the storyline and Arthur really will end up being irrelevant. I don't know. That's a good chance, but we'll see. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you're watching and then this video, leave a comment below. Arthur, I'll see you guys later.